How's it
How
going?
are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So,
Awesome. Let's talk to all of our coaches.
exactly. Welcome, coaches. Thanks for checking out this video in the Join Steffendell show. We still don't have a name, so if you have any good ideas, let me know. All right. We're talking about the 4 vital behaviors today and why they're so important. So, Amy Dell's going to start. Go ahead.
All right. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is inviting, and it's non-negotiable. So you need to be adding people to your network every day so that you have new people to invite, and then you need to be messaging. And I'm actually going to sneak in a little bit to that part about inviting. You need to invite, and then you need to follow up, and you need to invite. And so you're just constantly just chatting with people. And it could be when you first start inviting, it could be that you're just making connections and small talk and saying hello. But it needs to lead to that you have something to invite these people to, and that you invite them to join you. So inviting is the first vital behavior, and I'm sneaking in following up as part of inviting.
Completely agree with that, because there's so many times that I sign up new people who I've been talking to for a very, very long time. Like, I'm talking over a year. And because I followed up consistently and kept them updated on my groups, even though they were no's before, I continued to invite them. And I said, hey, is it okay if I still let you know when my groups are? And then when you're ready, you can join. And most people will say, yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, right? Like, oh, okay, she's not mad that I'm not joining, but she's going to keep letting me know. And then when I am ready, I can join. So inviting and following up are so important. All right, so our second vital behavior is being a product of the product. And basically, all that means is you need to be using Beachbody programs and products, because if you're not, people are not going to want to join you. If you're saying, hey, you should do this because it's awesome, but I'm not, I'm doing this, right?
I like to think of it as it's part of my job. I have to do it.
Yeah, it's part of your job to do Beachbody programs from start to finish. That's also super important. It's okay to do like a week here and there of just doing some random things to kind of get your head together or take a break between programs, but it's so important to choose a program, to start it, to go through it, to share your journey through the entire program so people see, you know what, you get results, and it works when you start a program and you work through it and you finish it. If they see you starting something and never ever finishing, but starting, hey, today I'm starting P90X, and then a week later, oh yeah, okay, I decided to do Country Heat, so today I'm starting Country Heat, and then 2 weeks later, it's like, oh yeah, I needed a change, so I'm going to start this. Well, they're going to be like, well, what's wrong with these programs that they don't want to finish them? So be a product of the product, not just with programs, also with drinking Shakeology. You have to drink Shakeology if you're a coach, unless you're allergic or you absolutely cannot. And in that case, we do have other products where you can most likely find something that you are able to have. Maybe it's Energize, maybe it's Recover, maybe it's the Activate vitamins, right? Use something. We have more than just Shakeology, but if you can drink Shakeology, it is so important that you're drinking it and sharing that and letting people know, not just, here's my shake today, but what benefits are you getting from it? They need to see, hey, this is giving me more energy. I slept great last night. I've noticed my sleep improving, right? You have to be a
it's an easy product to get behind because you feel so good when you're drinking it. So
exactly. All right, so let's go on to the third vital behavior.
All right, what was it again?
PD.
All right, I'm really good at PD, and I would like to
PD is personal development for any new coaches. I have had people ask me that before, and we sometimes just assume that people know, but it's personal development, basically working on you and yourself. So
yes, and so what I like to do for new coaches or for coaches who've been in this business for a long time is there's lots of different ways to think of this, and basically it's ways for you every single day to be making yourself a better person. And so I love to do PD around coaching. I love to get on YouTube and find what the top coaches are recommending their coaches to do. And I also like to do PD around what's just inspiring to me as a person, not as a Beachbody coach, but what are things of my personality or in my life that I need to work on? And it's my favorite part about being a Beachbody coach, that I'm being encouraged to make myself better, and it actually is improving my business by working on me. And so I just wanted to share, like, I'm reading a parenting book right now, and I love reading about decluttering my life. I love listening to podcasts. I love listening to the National Wake Up Call. And so that's one of the things that I would recommend all new coaches do, is start with the National Wake Up Call and have that be something that you're doing every week. You're getting clued in on the Beachbody news, and there's always inspiring coaches in there that have a great story to tell as well.
Yeah,
so
podcasts are great too.
Yeah,
if you like listening.
Match what you need, not necessarily what everybody else is reading. Is have your PD match what you need.
Yeah, and I just went and grabbed this book because, like Amy Dale was saying, it doesn't have to be just because you're a Beachbody coach, and maybe you're just a hobby coach right now too, right? And so you're like, oh, I don't need PD because I'm just a hobby coach. I'm only helping friends and family. You still need to work on you, right? Like, here's a book that I found that I was super excited about. It's called The Bitch in Your Head: How to Finally Squash Your Inner Critic. So I'm super hard on myself. I'm always saying, oh, like, why'd you do that? Or you should have done this, or, you know, and all those things. So this is something I need to work on for me. It has nothing to do with my business, but is it going to improve my business when I'm able to do that for me? Absolutely it will, right? So anything like that is great. If you don't like reading books, then get audiobooks, right? Check YouTube. There's tons of audiobooks just on YouTube.
Yeah, or if you like short and sweet, go for podcasts or TED Talks.
Exactly. So tons of different ideas. No,
don't skip it.
One of the things I always tell my coaches when we're talking about PD is that I'm pretty sure 90% of the National Wake Up Calls, the top coaches that are talking on them say that their businesses changed when they started doing personal development, and they quit fighting it because they said, for the first year or two of my business, I thought, yeah, whatever, if I missed it today, it's not a big deal. And then when they started pouring themselves into personal development, that's when their businesses changed. So you see that from the top coaches. They're telling us every single week that this changed them. This changed their business. So why would we not do it when we're being told from people who are successful that we need to do this? You know, so that's how I feel about it too. It's definitely important. And I do feel though that I'm preaching it and I am practicing it, but I need to practice it even more and get even better at it, because I will say there are still some days where I don't do as much, or I might skip it if I have like no time and I only have a certain amount of time to work on my business. But that's going to change because I know how important it is. So I want to focus on that and really get better at that as well. So our fourth vital behavior, and the one that's new, it has only been a vital behavior for a little while now, and it's recognition. What it means basically is you're recognizing anything. You're recognizing any positive behaviors, whether it's behaviors of your coaches, your customers, or your challengers, anything. So if you have any new coaches on your team, you might be a brand new coach starting out, so you might not have any coaches, but you might have a challenger that loses 5 pounds in your first challenge group at the 21-day fix. Recognize that person in the group, like pour into them and let them know how amazing they're doing and make them feel wonderful. Recognize them. Recognize your coaches. If you do have a coach, when they get their first Success Club point, recognize them. When they help their first person, recognize them. When they sign their first coach, recognize them, right? When they find a success partner that they're going to be with for life, like Amy Dell and I, right? Recognize that. Like, congratulations, these two people came together and they're going to work on their business together, right? Anything. People like to be recognized and hear, hey, you did a good job. And it's like, oh.
It feels good. It feels really good.
Yeah, because they don't always know if we notice as coaches, especially when we get busier with more coaches under us. They're wondering, oh, do they even know I exist, right? Or are they seeing anything I'm doing? And then all of a sudden they get a shout out from you like, wow, like she's doing awesome. I'm so proud of her. And it's like, oh, and then that boosts them up again. So you need to be doing that for your challengers, your coaches, anybody, your customers, right? So those are the 4 vital behaviors. They're all, I would say, equally important in their own way. Do you have anything to add about the vital behaviors?
You know what? I guess I would just say that I love the 4 vital behaviors, and what I've noticed is that it's starting to leak out into other aspects of my life.
Right.
Like I'm trying to notice when my kids are doing something right, or my husband does something, and it's like those all my friends, when something's going wrong, I'm always like, oh, I know what book they should read. And so I love that it's just making me a better person all around in ways that I can work on other aspects of my life too.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. The only other thing I would add, and we will do another video about this hopefully soon, but this is something, the vital behaviors are something you need to do consistently every single day to grow your business. So we will kind of talk about, okay, I'm a coach, or I'm a new coach, or I'm a coach, but I'm ready to get back into it. What do I do every day? What if I only have an hour in my business? What if I only have 2 hours, right? What do I do? We'll talk about that more, but I just want to throw in there that the vital behaviors, if that's the only thing you can get done in a day, this is what you need to be doing. You need to invite, you need to get your workouts done, drink your shake, you need to do a minimum of 10 minutes of personal development a day, and you need to try to recognize somebody that's done something well, or just keep your eyes open so that you're constantly recognizing when somebody deserves to be recognized. So,
and if you never ever build this to be like a 6-figure Beachbody income, if you did these 4 vital behaviors, your life would improve. Like, even if nothing else happens, your life would improve. So it's like, it's not a wash. It's totally like, it's going to improve your life. And so there's a reason to do it other than Beachbody coaching. But it's like, this is the building blocks of your business as well.
For sure. Awesome.
Yay! Okay. Nice to talk to you, Stephanie.
Yeah. You too.
You.
Have a good day.
Right,
bye. Bye, guys.